I am so excited about what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you examples of notebooking and how you can do it simply and wonderfully with your own kids. Hi there, this is Sherry Hayes with MomDelights.com. I'm the mom of 15. I've been homeschooling over 3 decades. It's a long time. And today we've been talking about notebooking and how you can use notebooking for homeschooling. And we've talked about just about everything we could talk about without showing examples. So today is my example day. And I hope you like this. This is just an example here. This is not printed out. This is something our daughter drew and illustrated here. She colored it. I think she used those alcohol markers, but isn't this beautiful? Isn't this gorgeous? She did that freehand. It's not copied. She did it herself. And this is about the Minoan culture. This is one page. And then she actually wrote about it here. She has some notes here that she also wrote. And that was, she put this behind here so it wouldn't bleed through. Wasn't she smart? So anyway, that's just one example. I've got all kinds of stuff to show you. I'm going to try to hurry because it's going to take a long time. Remember, I've been notebooking since 1995. So I've got a lot of material. I've got buckets of it for my kids. Yeah, so recently I went through it and I just narrowed it down and I only have the very best of all the kids. But I still have a lot of stuff. So first off, I want to show you, this is going down, this is really nostalgic for me. This is the first notebooking binder we ever used. Now, it's not impressive or anything. It's kind of old and yucky looking because the kids have looked at this so much that over the years they have studied and studied this thing, right? Because it's been their favorite thing. Because it's been their favorite thing that they like to share. They like to look at their old stuff. So this is my oldest kids, the ones that have graduated and have children of their own. And this is what I talk about when it's a keepsake. It's something you keep for years and years and years. This binder was actually a dumpster dive find by a friend of ours. It was behind some kind of a Christian bookstore or something. In the dumpster, they had all these binders. This is one of them. And it had promotional material from Thomas Nelson in it. And we took out the promotional material. It was a nice binder. I don't think it's real leather, but it sure is nice. And so we just put our notebooking pages in it. And I have protector sheets around, lots of them. And, you can go through here, and there's all kinds of fun things. They wrote stories, they wrote poems, they did all kinds of stuff. And all we had is just basic paper and pencil and crayons and colored pencils and markers. That's all we had. So you can do it with you don't have to have notebooking pages. You can just notebook with whatever you have available to you. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that as an example of that, so you can see that you can do it with anything. So next I wanted to show you some other things that we've done over the years. Now these right here are Roaring Springs composition books. You have to special order these, but they're not too expensive, right? I think they're like maybe twice as much as a regular composition book or something like that. Like, I think when I bought these were like $1.50, and I got these from Sam's Club. Believe it or not, I special ordered through Sam's Club. And this is grade 1 and grade 2. They come in different colors, and they already have the dotted lines. And you can see these are really wide, and this one I think is a little more narrow. I think they have one more. See, this is just a little more narrow than the other one right here. So they have a third one. I think they have a 3rd grade or 4th grade or something like that. And so anyway, we use these, and we use them with our McGuffey readers. And this is where I thought about the lesson book, what I needed to put in the lesson book, because we started with her, actually. She was like 2010 is the first year that I started using McGuffey's readers. So we started with the primer, and then we moved to the pictorial primer. So this is from the primer, and she would like this is this has me in it, I think, me, and so she drew a picture of me. She loves to draw. She's 20, she's this phenomenal artist. But anyway, back then this is what she did, and we actually, I'll show you, it's really cute. So when in the McGuffey's reader, in the pictorial primer, you will find that we say, do we go up? Let me see. Is it an ox? You remember that. I did a video on this recently. Let's see. Oh, where's that? It's really cute. Why can't I find it? Love God, fear God, serve God. So these are pictures for that. That's really cute. pray to God. Let's see. Oh, I know it's in here somewhere. Anyway. So, anyway, I can't find that special one, but they're just really so cool. It's so cool what you can do just with a composition book. I'll show you a high school level composition book. Here's her other one that she did. So when she's really like, here's something we pasted a page in and she colored it. But let me show you the high school content. Now this is just one of those. Now at the time we were like paying 50 cents for this composition book, right? And we call this content. So this is the content. And so she decided, Olivia is our child's name, and she decided to do a 10-word list about trees. Then she studied trees. She studied all kinds of cool things about trees. This is high school level work. She studied stars, and she put on all kinds of stuff about stars. And she said stuff. I guess that's like a journal entry. She did beryl. She always has liked geology and beryl and all kinds of different metals and gems. This is actually McGuffey's lesson she did in here, if you can see that. And this is the mystery of the periodic table. I talked about that in my last video. So she actually studied this, and after each chapter she would put something. Now this is where she did actually her own periodic table that she wrote about and copied in there. And she's got all kinds of stuff like that all through here. If you can see this, I'm sorry, this is an illustration that she put into something. Here's another illustration that she wrote and put things, Wives and Daughters. She was reading Wives and Daughters there. So there's all kinds of stuff here that she did, illustrations. She's really good at designing, that child. She's really good. So anyway, in fact, she designed the covers for the Gentle Grammar books. This is the child that designed those. This is her content book. This is just another way of using notebooking. And here are some more. Now, this is for for Tyner's biology. That's published through Master Books. And what I did for each chapter, I just formulated my own notebooking page for it. This is Growing a Green World, and this is by Laura Lee, and so she's got illustrations here, and she's written about the chapter. She's got words that she pulled out of the chapter. She's written about it. She's got a quotation. She's got a main thought right here. So that's just in addition to answering the questions at the end of the chapter. She also did notebooking page on. Here's Exploring the World Around You. That's also it wasn't written by Tyner, but it's in the same series, Exploring the World Around You, and it's published by Master Books. So anyway, this is done by, I think this is Patience, and Patience does not consider herself to be an artist. I don't know why that is. She is amazing, but you see, she has all these older brothers and sisters, some of whom make their living doing art and design, and so she just feels like she's not as good as that. But look at her art. Isn't she amazing? I don't know what I'm going to do with her. She's amazing. But anyway, so those are, and here's another daughter. She did the same thing. And I just kind of made these, I just kind of put these together from those books. And so they each she loves to do animals. Laura Lee, she does. Look at that little bug she drew. Oh, I could look at these for hours. Anyway, so that's that. So there's another way you could use notebooking. Now I'm going to show you some stuff that I've done also, the different ways you can do notebooking. This right here, what I did is my husband's boss was doing an evangelistic crusade in India. So we thought, while he's over there doing that, we will study Indian history. So what I did was I bought this book. It's from, Instructional Fare, and it has all kinds of activities and printable pages and stuff in it, and I printed stuff out, and we studied this, and I assigned things to kids, and then we put it all in this binder. And what I did is I kept this in the front where you would put the page in. I just put this whole book there. And then we just kind of here's a printout of here's some testimonies from the crusade that was sent to us via email. So we put that in there. We read that. That was so cool. And then the kids, they did map pages, and they did scrapbooking. Here's a timeline of India. Here they were each required to write a story for it. So this is the story that our oldest daughter wrote, and she put some graphics in there. And then there's a crossword puzzle and a word search and everything. And so each child did their own version of this. Like here's the Taj Mahal, and just all that kind of stuff. So each child did their, like, here's another scrapbooking page of that. And so they put that in there. And so then I've got all that, and I've done this for a number of different subjects. I did like Greece and Rome like this. And, oops, can't get this in. Let me try to get it in. So then I just have these, and these are keepsakes of what they did there. And it's also great to have things to show if you're accountable to some kind of outside government agency, what have you. So that's just another option. Then I wanted to show you this. This is what I called the catalog. So what I did is I took this large binder and I printed out, or I copied, a whole bunch of different notebooking types of notebooking pages, so that when they were doing some kind of work, they could pick a different notebooking page of the type that they wanted to use. We have biography ones, we have storyboard ones, we have all kinds of, this is for studying a different state, this is from geography scribe. I don't think they're up anymore. But anyway, there's all kinds of stuff in here. I created my own. I got them. And so each page protector is filled with a number of these. I don't know if you can see this, but I copied a number of them and I stuck them in here so when they picked whatever kind of page they wanted to use, they could just pull it out. It's already done. Then I didn't have to go copy things or whatever. And it gave them a little bit more freedom. And also, I got this from the Notebooking Fury many years ago. And so I'm not really sure if this is available or not. I haven't looked. But anyway, this is 50 things to put into a notebook, and it has this cool list. So, and I share a lot of ideas, and I'll continue to do that with you as well. So that's just an option that you could do. It just was a time saver for me, saved me a lot of aggravation just to have that for them, and it also gave them more freedom. So that's just another idea. So this right here, I wanted to show you these two. I have bookshelves filled with these binders, okay? And I labeled them by year. So this is the one from 2013 to 2014. This is the one from 2017. So I'm going to show you a few examples from these. These are like all, like, it's not everything the kids did academically, because like they did McGuffey's, they did some math and stuff, but this is like our content studies when we were studying all kinds of content. So this is the 2013-2014 one, and I just took something from clip art, etc., and I just put it together, this is kind of the style that I'm doing the Commonplace book illustrations. But anyway, so this, like, you know, I put little things in that little kids scribble, because it's important to keep their stuff too, don't you think? And it's just a neat way to have memories. And so this, when we were studying Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, this is the second time I went through it with my kids. And, you know, because you go through it with different batches. This is metals. It's by Olivia. Remember, she likes geology and metallurgy and all that kind of stuff. And so she wrote about that. This is high school level. This is high school level for my daughter, Eliana. And so she went through, and it was a cultural study, cultural study on India. Again, she didn't catch the first group that went through India. Remember, she was younger. She wasn't even born when they did that. You know, we have like three groups of 5 kids each, right? We have 15. And so then she did all kinds of stuff on India. And then here's plant food. This is from, I think, the World Around You book. And this is Greece from our daughter, Olivia. So she did that. And this is her kind of high school level work. And she did all geography and the culture and everything on that. And a timeline. And then we have all kinds of stuff in here. Okay, so this is like a whale. See? That's really cool. We stuck that in there. She just did that, and I said, I'm sticking that in there. That's good, girl. We're going to save that. And here's some other stuff. This looks like the tiger. Isabella. Oh, it's a tiger moth. So if you can see that, there's a tiger moth. This is a wagon and Mary Eller or something like that. I guess we must have been reading about wagon trains. So she put this in here. So that was her thing. And so, okay, and then here's another one. This is Snowshoe Rabbit. This is by Faith. So she wanted to do about a snowshoe rabbit. So we have all kinds of stuff in here. Oh, here's a cool one. This is Cheetahs by Laura Lee. Laura Lee loves animals. She draws, she paints animals. She's just amazing with animals. You know, our kids have turned their art into something amazing because they had time to study it the way they wanted to. They had time to concentrate on their areas of delight. That's what homeschooling does. This is something that Laura Lee did, and that was cool. Anyway, so you get the gist. So there's all this kind of stuff in here. So I hope this has given you a lot of cool ideas for things you can do with notebooking. Of course, I didn't have anything like what I'm creating for you. I'm creating the Commonplace Books, which will be like, it'll be kind of like the catalog idea. So there will be a number of different types and styles of notebooking pages within an actual printed book. People have asked this from me because they didn't want to have a lot of loose papers all over the place, which I understand. That's why I created the catalog. So I'm hoping to have I've almost got all the pages that I want to print complete, and then I've got to digitalize them, and just the drawing part has taken a while because, you know, we've had birthdays and all that kind of stuff happen to us. But so I've almost got them all completed as far as the drawing is concerned. Then I have to scan them in, and I have to clean them all up. And then I will be formatting them into a book, and that will include an introduction. And here's the cool thing. You guys have been helping me. Oh, I've got the most beautiful. I said I had so much fun this morning going through all the entries I've received so far for the contest that I'm running for. What I'm looking for are examples of how people do notebooking pages with my notebooking pages. And so it's a contest, and the best ones we're sticking in there. And I have a community post on YouTube that explains everything. And I've got so many cool entries. I just tell you what, I was so happy. My husband and my children, we have been looking at these, and we are just having so much fun looking at all the fun entries. So we just love it. Just keep them coming. And, you know, we're going to pick some winners, and you will be included in my books for the introduction to explain how to use the notebooking pages. And the winner, the absolutely top winner, will receive a free, I have it in there what they will receive. It has to do with free copies. But I don't remember exactly, so I don't want to say it and mess up. Okay? You ever be like that? Like you forget details? Oh, I'm all day like that. So with that, I will give you something more. So recently, my daughters and I, we watched the movie Unbroken. And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's not something you would show the little kids, but it is riveting. It is amazing. It's the story of an airman who was shot down over the Pacific, and all of the ordeal he went through. He was in a Japanese concentration camp, or a POW camp, I guess you would say. And just the theme of the movie was like perseverance and patience. And I thought I'd like to read you this definition of patience, and it's this: courage in the face of pain or adversity. And you know, I know in this life, you know, the Bible says that the devil wanted to wear out the saints. And I think that's in Revelation. And I think that the devil wants to wear us out sometimes with pain. And it can be all kinds of pain. It can be pain in our bodies. It can be pain of hurtful relationships. It can be all kinds of stuff. Or it can be just adversity. Like everything seems to be against us, and we seem to be fighting a battle every day. You know, sometimes people who aren't living for Jesus, they seem to have an easier time on this earth because the devil's not interested in them. He's already got them. He just leaves them alone. But he concentrates on the saints who are trying to follow Jesus. Also, one idea that was in the story was forgiveness. Because after the war, the main character, I don't remember his last name, his first name is Louis. He was an Olympic athlete. And after the war, he actually went back to Japan, and he forgave all of his captors and tormentors, except the main one who really tormented him wouldn't show up. But the neat thing is that the movie begins with a sermon on forgiveness. And so the whole thing was just a super, super character-filled movie, and it made you really think about it. It was encouraging to me because the Lord was saying to me, you know, Sherry, you know, you are fighting so hard. You've been fighting so hard, but don't give up. keep standing, because there's going to be a day when everything's going to come down and you're going to have an opportunity to show grace and forgiveness. Because remember, it's really the devil that's against us. People, he can use people, but those people are just pawns in his hands. And Jesus said, if you forgive others, I will forgive you. So I hope you can get something out of that will bless you today. And I hope this whole thing's been a blessing to you. Please keep in prayer this project I have on Commonplace Books, because I really want to make something wonderful. I'm trying to put my best effort because I want it to be beautiful and wonderful for you, because I love you all so much. And I wish I was in every household and I could just hug you and encourage you and all those good things. So you have a wonderful day. Please like and subscribe. Bye-bye.